Hey guys, welcome to another episode from Founders of Reka. Thank you guys so much. I'm super excited about this. As you guys can see by the title, this is a brand new arc. The last one with Visiting Home. It was a little mini arc, but we're on to a proper full-length arc called Misery in Mirstone, which I am really excited about. It's going to be a fantastic arc where we've already recorded a few sessions, and I'm really excited about it, but this is the introduction to the arc, and I hope you guys are really excited. There's tons of new characters, and we would appreciate fan art of every single one of these characters because, well, frankly, there's a lot of them, and I think they're all amazing and special, and it's going to be an amazing good time. So I hope you guys really do enjoy the episode. There's not too much in the way of announcements, so I hope you guys just enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the episode.
Release the toads.
I wish I heard what she said just now.
She said release the toes. It was toads, excuse me.
Toads. I'm sorry, I heard toes.
Release the toads.
Okay.
Right,
Anyways.
Welcome back to Founders of Reka.
Oh, we forgot to say hello to bots. Hello, bots.
Hello,
Hi,
bots. Hello,
Wel-
metal
Welcome
husband.
to this. Welcome to this. I don't know what this is.
Don't tell Trash Hulk about that relationship.
Welcome to our bot discussion channel. Isn't this great? I'm already depressed. Let's go.
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm sorry. A friend of mine sent me a whip of a art of a moment in a D&D session, which is why I said release the toads. Because it's a great moment.
Cool.
Okay,
It's so really funny to me. Okay, leave me alone.
that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. So, as a recap, serving as a recap for what happened last time, you guys met Pep's parents. You had a good time with that. Began to meet Pepper and Cinnamon. Had that whole dialogue stuff like that. Found out that it's like, yeah, we thought you guys were like all locked up or something like that. Like we weren't entirely sure what happened. We heard and it was like really similar to things that actually happened, just like maybe exaggerated a little bit. And so very happy to see you, all excited, all that jazz. And was just like kind of sent you guys off. There was a nice guy there that was named Garrett, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
know
I think
why
it was Garrett.
I don't
He
know
was
why
like
I
the
picked
nice-
that name, I'll be honest.
nice
But
cop.
yeah, Garrett, the nice cop, who was in on the whole thing and understood and was fully prepared to like act the part and be ready to be like, no, they were in town. I saw them, but like, see what happened to my head? Like, yeah, they overpowered me. Whatever. To excuse why he saw and why you guys got away and all that jazz. Took one for the team, ready to help you guys. But you guys, while heading back, were running into someone, and well, I think it's perfect to be able to pick up there. So, B, did I just hear weird electric guitar?
No.
I think that was you. I think you were hearing that. Definitely nothing that actually happened.
I saw his thing lighting up, so.
No, it's fine.
Okay, we're gonna have to cut a lot of things this episode. Anyways, continuing.
Like every episode. I don't know why you think this is new.
Yeah.
Truth.
I apologize, but also I'm not gonna stop.
But okay, so you guys have started like you're kind of heading back toward Reka and stuff like that. You get to that road that you met Oash and her two daughters, Morn and Mogak, on, but you see this firbolg that's kind of he has these two like kind of large like wagon wheels kind of deal with him that he's carrying, and he's kind of mumbling to himself, and he sees you out of the corner of your eyes and just kind of looks to all of you and goes, "Oh, it's nice to meet you. The name's Drost."
Drost?
Drost. Drost.
Hail and well
Drost.
met, Drost. We are returning home after visiting my friend Paprika's family.
Ah, so you guys are from the forest as well. Okay. It's not too normal that you see new faces in the forest. But where are you guys from exactly?
Well, originally we're from here, Silverreach.
All
We
right.
hail from a
The
town
ocean.
called Reka.
It's in the ocean.
It's not in the ocean.
What?
Next, please.
Paprika.
All right,
Paprika?
Why do you
Not
want
in the-
him to believe that we come from the ocean? Okay. Yeah, we're originally from here. We are originally
You're
from
originally
Silverreach.
Silverreach. I got that. I got that. Hey, if
Yes.
I might have a job for some people like you. Would you guys mind coming back to Fanfoss with me and be
Why
able
would we
to
need a job? We're
and we
going
can
back
chat
home
about some
to
details of
our
a job, maybe?
jobs.
I'm not
What?
entirely strapped for cash.
Also, you've talked to us for like how long? Like 3 minutes?
And I don't
Alright.
know you, which is why I was trying to make you think that we'll come from the ocean. Next.
Look. I am just a humble merchant that lives here in Fanfoss. But as it is in most of the forest, there's not a lot of booming economy. So I go into the country of Hiris into a small town called Mirstone to be able to sell my wares. But normally I have to have a couple people accompany me just to be able to make sure I'm able to get there safely through the forest and things like that. And, well, I thought it'd be a little bit of fun to be able to have some new faces come along for the ride. And you guys all look pretty strong and tough, so I thought it'd be a good time, and I'll cut you guys a couple deals on some wares. We can have a good time out in Mirstone. It's able to be a lot of fun if you like, but
I think you need new glasses.
I was going to say, Peony, when he said, like, you guys all look strong and tough, Peony just kind of, like, glanced down at Paprika and was like...
strength comes in many forms.
Like, not to offend Paprika, but she's very small.
I am very small, and I'm also very weak. Look at my noodle arms. You think they can hold anything? All they're good at holding
To be
cake.
fair, though, the
And
cake you did
Light
hold
cake at that.
weighed more than I do.
I didn't hold that. I just made it.
I thought
It's okay. Sometimes Nexoria says things. She just says words
Actually,
that are funny.
I'm going to ask you guys something. Because I just realized it may not have been explained. Did you guys meet an orc woman named Oash?
Yes, she was very
Taller, little slender of a build for an orc, and has the most beautiful eyes I ever did see.
Are you her husband?
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
I am.
Okay, calm
Proud
down.
to be.
I think I might have accidentally traumatized her and her children. I'm very sorry.
You know what? In fact, she did let me know that.
And you still want to hire me?
Here's my assessment of the situation. Here's my assessment of the situation. We have Paprika, who is the cautious and very intelligent sort that's able to be aware and be naturally in tune with her surroundings. We have Nexoria here, who is a charismatic and is able to connect people. We have the strong man in armor, Silus, with what looks like a pink sweater, but I ain't here to judge. And we
It gives good hugs. I don't know what to tell you.
It's warm and comfortable.
I support it. I do support it. I just find that I trust you. And
Then why did you mention it?
I was not told about the pink sweater and just caught my eye.
It's fine.
Wait,
No,
okay,
it's fine. I actually
Who told you about us?
I would assume
Ash,
his
my
wife.
his wife. Yeah.
And so based solely on that whole experience, you want to hire us to protect your life.
It's less so. It's an easy job. Nothing's
I
ever
think
really
you ju- I
happened
think
to me.
you
It's
just-
just I'm not much one to be able to defend myself, and
Are
if
you
anything does
lonely?
happen, more people makes it so bandits are less likely to go after you. You know?
Are you lonely? Do you need like company?
Yeah.
Why didn't you open with that? Why didn't you open
Yeah.
with that?
Just I'm going on a long journey and my wife has to stay at home with her kids and I want someone to come with me. We probably would have
Yeah,
agreed.
dude, we can detour for a chill out afternoon. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird you not knowing us at all, wanting to just like hang out. But I mean, some people are a little socially awkward. I mean, yeah, if you just opened up with that, we probably would have said yes.
It is pretty desperate, but I've seen worse. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. It just means that you've had bad experiences in the past. I will admit though, the fact that you just wanted to hire us is very, very sus.
Yeah, it seems.
We can talk about all the details and stuff like that when it comes to that in a little bit. It's just, do you guys want to go back to Fanfoss with me while I put get these wagon wheels onto my little cart and be able to get it ready to go?
Admittedly, getting some extra stuff for the town with some sort of discount for helping you does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
It
I mean-
sounds like
I
a
mean-
win-win to me.
Yeah.
I
and
don't want to
think
make
that-
any executive decisions for everybody, but if you're, I'm in if you guys
wanna
are.
say, just before we make any final decisions, you mentioned that I'm lonely to my family. They'll feel bad. So I'm going to ask that you don't do that.
You have my
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
But-
thank you.
Okay, I guess that's your prerogative. I will say that that's probably not very healthy, at least mental-wise.
I just don't want my daughters worrying about me.
But if there's a reason why they should be worrying about you, maybe they should be worrying about you.
I just like being around people, but they understand why it is. I'm going to assume you guys are maybe like walking with him as he's going while you guys are
Yeah.
going to Fanfoss.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of just like, as you're getting closer to the town, he kind of like slows down a little bit and just. The thing is about Hiris is the fact that they're the kind of judgy type a little bit, and the fact that my wife is an orc and my two beautiful daughters are half orcs is something that, well, would scare the local residents.
What race is he?
He's a
He's a
firbolg.
firbolg. Yeah.
Honestly, that's
Curious why I can make it in?
yeah.
Here's the thing. The city of Hiris is very famous for, well, the country of Hiris is very famous for widespread lycanthropy and different types of beast humanoid hybrid creatures. The fact that someone like me, who's maybe a bit more hairy and maybe able to look a little gruff around the edges and things like that, I kind of blend in pretty well in an environment like that. And there's a few other firbolgs throughout the country of Hiris, but
Makes
orcs,
sense,
on
I
the other
guess.
hand, are assumed to be pillage and killage, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
So
I get that.
they are kind of attacked on sight most of the time. My daughters know that they can't go with me. My wife knows that she'll never be able to go with me, but I still need to be able to put food on the table for my family.
Oh man, I'm really.
They said that 3/4 of you seem like pretty cool people.
Which one of
I
us
was
doesn't
hoping
seem
that-
like cool people?
I think it's the one who mauled a deer.
That'd be correct. But
Hey, I did. If I remember correctly, I did offer. If you said you need food. I still have some of it
No,
in my bag.
Peony.
If you want some.
No.
Maybe after we settle
That-
down a bit.
yeah.
I don't. Eating while you're moving around isn't actually a very good idea for your stomach. But sure. I'll take up that offer.
Okay. I mean, I didn't get food poisoning, so I
Yet.
think it's probably fine.
Yeah, it is probably fine. Not that it looks that appetizing, but I can fix that, honestly.
I'm gonna just say you guys are probably already in Fanfoss. By the way,
Okay. Actually, since they stayed with Paprika's parents, I actually think that Peony probably has the meat in something so that it's not just like gross, like loose in a bag.
Meat
Did
in
my-
a bag.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
my
like she
mom-
probably I think it was like that at first. You know, she just kind of put it in a bag that had like really nothing else in it, you know? But I think that since she stayed with Paprika's family, she probably had time to like wash out the bag, so now it's nice and clean, and put the meat in something, so it's it's sanitary now.
Did my mom's give you Tupperware?
Maybe they did.
fantasy Tupperware.
Yeah.
Fantasy Tupperware.
Fantasy Tupperware.
Also known as Tupperware.
Okay. Sorry. That was very good.
I'm gonna say you guys get to Fanfoss. It's a town that has like a decent size of an orc population, and there's a few other races kind of represented as well. But orcs are the number one. There's a few firbolgs and things of that nature. There's a few just regular seeming, like maybe like there's a couple halflings, maybe there's a couple tieflings. It's mostly, for the most part, orcs, then firbolgs, and then just a lot of miscellaneous kind of races. And
Nice. Big boy
Drost.
town.
Drost. I really like saying his name like that. Brings you guys back to his house with Oash and Morn and Mogak. And well, if you guys want to come inside, I can tell you guys a little bit about the details of the trip and things like that if you want.
I think
That works
Peony's
for
like
us.
a little bit hesitant to go in because she knows that these people are scared of her.
I think Silus would pull her aside for a second, just be like, "Step 1 on your friendship lessons. If you can make good with this family, you're making progress.
Okay, what do I do? What do I?
Start by saying you're sorry. Even if it wasn't that bad, they'll appreciate the fact that you took the time to apologize. And then just be kind. That's all you need."
Okay, but what if they get mad at me and tell me to get out of their house, and then I get mad at them?
Just do what they say, I guess.
Or burn their house down.
What?
I like that Paprika just intrudes on the conversation to tell Peony to burn the house down.
Yeah.
Why is Paprika being weird?
I'm fine.
A lack
Okay.
of trust.
She's a weird soul.
I'm not even here right now.
So, you guys walk on in, and Oash looks at all of you and just, hi, it's nice to be able to see all you guys again. How is everyone doing? And I want to make it clear, she does say, it's nice to see everyone, and looks at all four of you and doesn't react to you, Peony. Just, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
How are all you guys?
I'm smiling very wide, kind of a little, probably a little. I'm a dragon. Probably looks a little bit scary. I just have this really wide smile, and I'm sweating a little bit.
A little bit of smoke's billowing out from the fire breath. I'll make up a little bit of something real quick. Drost, did they say yes? Why, yes, they did. At least so far, at least. All right. You guys handle that. I'll get back to work. I'll get something cooked up for you.
I wouldn't say that was official.
Oh, that's fine. So the thing with this little trip here is I just need to get to Mirstone, unload a little bit of wares and things like that, try to make a little bit of a profit, and we'd be able to head on back. To be able to get out there, we aren't very far from Hiris, or Mirstone, actually. It's only maybe about a half day through the woods, then maybe another day through the countryside. We'll be in the city of Mirstone. So it's not very long. I'm going to be there for just a couple days, and maybe we can, after that, head on back, and I'll pay you half up front and then half when we get there. Well, I'll get back, sorry. And considering the fact that I'm asking you guys to come on out with me, it's 3 days of travel between going there, coming back. Maybe about another 4 days in town or so. So, that's about 7 days for each of you. So if I paid you guys 5 gold a day, would that be all right? And then give you a discount on all my wares?
Okay, sounds pretty reasonable, actually.
That does sound quite reasonable.
All right. Well, I'll, what's up, Paprika? You got a thought?
I guess, or whatever the others say. I don't know.
What, you want more money, or?
No. I don't need money. I have no need for money, really. I'm just a little confused is all.
What are you confused about, Paprika? These are reasonable people. I'm sure they'll happily explain anything.
Yeah.
I think
it's going to be nice. Also, I do like being able to have some people come with me to Mirstone, just for the fact that day and a half of travel can get a little lonely. And then, well, also, I'll be honest, Mirstone's actually my hometown where I grew up. So it's just nice to be able to show it off to a few people and stuff like that. I like to brag, and it's little bit of hometown pride, I guess you could say, but just nice to get out there, sell my wares, and be able to introduce some people to those of the forest and things like that. I'm trying to lessen the stereotypes of anyone that lives in the forest a little bit. Trying to work on that. So the fact that you guys are from the ocean forest is
The ocean of trees.
the ocean of trees. I like that. But that'll be able to help my point a little bit. The fact that, well, we have people from that are in the forest.
Troshan.
No.
Ocean of trees. Troshan.
Trojan.
Trojan.
I like
It's
that.
like the Trojans. But Trojan.
The fantasy Trojans.
I
Yep.
don't want you to say that.
No?
What?
Okay. Then that was
What's
Shay
wrong?
saying that.
What's wrong with fantasy Trojans?
No.
You're not a fan of Troy?
No.
Bolton from High School Musical? I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You guys want to
What?
go to Mirstone and be able to see more of the world, or you just
What tier?
Wildcats. I
Oh, God.
seen high school.
Okay, I'm so sorry that I made that joke. We're moving on.
It's a great joke, and I'm not sorry.
I'd never even seen High School Musical.
Okay, we're moving on. Back into fantasy mode.
alrighty. So I'm gonna just kind of like say you guys are agreeing to this stuff like that. He gets like the local tavern to be able to open up a couple rooms for you to stay the night there, nice and comfortable. And you leave. I mean, not like super early in the morning or anything like that. Probably like maybe you get on the road at like 10:30, 11 a.m., something around there. I know that super early, and it's like 10:30, 11 a.m. That's not that early, but Paprika's also with you, so that is a bit early.
Yeah.
It's ungodly early.
It's ungodly early.
I think it's supposed to be a war crime back where I'm from.
So,
I mean,
do you guys kind of want to? I guess the way I can say this is, you want to interact with Drost on the way there, or do you want to kind of just get to Mirstone quickly?
Chat with him a bit.
Yeah,
Just a
that's-
little. I don't think we should go as long as we did last time. We said we should travel. We should talk about traveling just for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to be able to. Ash told me the things that she gathered from you guys' conversation, but I'm kind of curious. What's your guys' story? Can I know a little bit more about y'all? Don't have to feel pressure or anything like that. Just what you guys feel comfortable sharing.
Okay. Can I? I'm
I
sure
am
that
sorry.
I'm sure that he's a nice dude, but I do kind of want to roll like perception on him because,
Okay.
like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure that he's a nice guy, but
Yeah.
at the same time, he's kind of been giving me like some vibes.
this man's voice gives the player shivers.
Can I just say, I've accidentally been doing the wrong voice for him, and now I just have to stick with it. So,
God,
yeah.
what was
I
he
noticed
supposed to
that.
sound
I
like?
heard you practice.
yeah, I've practiced for weeks, and when it came to it, I flumped.
Oh no.
What was he
It's-
supposed to sound like?
It's supposed to sound like almost like I think the best way to say it is a raspy Morgan Freeman. The name's Drost. Well, the thing is, has a little bit of southern drawl, but it's a lot more raspy. But I can't even do it
I
properly.
like what it
I
is.
hope I can still do Drost's actual voice, because that's what it actually is now, is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Fun fact for those of you listening. But, okay, so you want to roll perception?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be insight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Like-
like it to me. I know that his wife told him a little bit about us, but it seemed I don't know. It seemed like he just saw us kind of like off the street and was like, "Hey, you random people I've known for 2 minutes, and my wife told me like traumatized my kids. Want to come on an adventure?" And he's like, now he's like, And then he's like, I'll sell you my stuff and give you money. And then he's like, let me tell you, like, I want to know more about you. And I don't know. Peony's like always kind of suspicious of people, and she's a little suspicious of this guy. So
Neither me nor Pap trust this man.
Yeah, that's anyone who wants to roll like insight, go for it.
Okay.
Nexoria is very trusting.
Paprika's
That
just gonna be in
is
the corner, but she will insight check. Okay, so that is 19 plus 21.
Okay, and then I got 17 plus 2, so 17, 18. Yeah, I got 19.
Okay. I'll say that you both have the sense that like he is like 110% good spirited.
Uh-huh.
Like everything he's doing, like he does want to genuinely get to know who you guys are because you're hanging out. Like he does like to meet new people. He's extroverted, like it's like very excited. He's like a merchant type. He likes to meet people.
Okay.
He does see you guys as potential sales and like connections with another town in the forest because that's a lot easier to travel to than going to the
I
city.
see. Now
But
it makes sense. Now
So-
he's like, oh, whoa, people who look different. They must be from another town. If I can super quickly become friends with them, I can make trade deals. Okay, this makes
It's
way more
that.
sense
Yep.
now.
So Peony gets up to that point. This is the part that Paprika gets, though. There is something else.
As much
It's not-
good spirit as there is, and my
It's-
best friend Benny says, the good spirits are the best at possession.
But just to be able to make it very clear, it's not that something extra isn't nefarious. It's not awful. It's not bad. There's something just extra.
Keep telling me that, God. I won't listen.
All right, if you don't listen, you have no idea that there's anything extra. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
But no, he's not.
Paprika's not going to be very talkative. She's just going to be on the corner fiddling with Muffin Top and not really interacting with anybody else.
That's fine. Paprika's
Okay.
tired anyway, so I wouldn't really have expected too much more.
Okay.
But so
I think Silus is gonna look at Drost and just be like, "So, I'm a little curious myself. What brought you into the forest? I know you and Oash live kind of close by, but do you like sell in the town we came from? Like,
that right there is actually, I think, a cute story. You see, I've had a theory for quite a while that this forest is only scary when you get toward the middle or toward the mountain. But more on the outskirts, I think everything should be fine. So, there was one day I was charging this was back when I was a little bit younger. And me and my older brother would take some time. We would try to be hunting some deer, things like that, be able to just put some food on the table. Just something a little bit extra. It was just something we liked to do as young men back in the day. So we were chasing after this deer and we'd run off into the woods a little bit, and we figured it can't be that bad this close to the edge of town. And you know what? It wasn't at all. But here's the thing that happened. We saw, at the time, a couple orcs. And us just being two young men with short bows going after the deer knew that we did not stand a chance against orcs. My older brother takes off faster than a banshee right there. And I was sitting there, awestruck and stunned, and I finally go to turn around, but my foot got caught under a root. When I went to turn, I dislocated my ankle and dropped to the ground. I knew that was it for me. And then that orc picked me up, and that orc's name is Oash.
Oh.
She took me back to Fanfoss, and I'll be honest, it really did suck when she did it, but she relocated my ankle and made sure I healed up all right. After that, I kind of had a different view of orcs, and, well, it took a little bit to be able to heal up, maybe about a few days or so. When they let me know that I could get going, I kind of just decided I didn't really feel like getting going. So I
if it
decided
makes you feel any better, or if it means anything, Drost, someone who you think is out to get you, or someone you have preconceived notions about surprising you and being a really good person in your life, I think I know that feeling pretty well.
I've been catching on to something like that. And he glances back and forth between you and Peony really quick.
Yeah, because it's an extremely unspecific experience. You could apply that to a lot of things.
All right. But no, so I ended up living in the forest, just basically, well, Oash is the most beautiful thing I ever did see. And well, I could go back into town to confront my brother who took off and left me behind. Or I figured that I could give that some time, let myself unwind from that situation before I come back screaming my head off at him. And well, he's actually since then he lives in Fan Falls as well. Actually, he's moved in as well. Once I told him all about the story and everything, but
I think like during this time, I think that Peony's kind of like been kind of like listening to the story, you know, and I think that there's a part of her that wants to like, you know, still have like the tough rogue persona, just kind of like yes, like nods, you know. But like she has like she's trying to hide it, but she has like the biggest smile on her face. Like this is the cutest story, and she's just like, man, I can't. I'm a rogue. I'm a tough rogue. I can't show how cute I think.
That's funny. You guys have any other questions for Drost before you get to Mirstone?
I think I'm good.
No, I think, yeah, good.
Alrighty. You guys get into Mirstone, and before he gets in, actually, I should say, before you guys get into Mirstone, like maybe like you can see Mirstone, but you aren't actually in it yet. He kind of just looks to Peony and Silus and kind of just says to him, I just want to let you both know, in case you don't, you know that Hiris and Thura have problems, right?
Yeah.
Who?
Here,
We're
the
well
country
aware.
of Hiris and the country of Thura got some.
We're well aware.
Alrighty. Just so you guys are aware and are a bit prepared, if anyone's giving you a dirty look or anything like that, and they ask where you from, never say Thura. Make that very clear, because you guys are Dragonborn. Dragonborn are common out in Thura, and they might wonder if you're from there. So, if anyone asks, just let them know that no, that's not the case. I don't know if anyone will. Most people out here understand that Dragonborn come from more than one place, but not everyone's cultured. You guys get to Mirstone, and it's just this large city. It's actually like a large, bustling city. It's really interesting. It has everything's mostly made out of stone. Some of it's just like regular stone, but others it's like this bluish, grayish, purplish like stone. It's like just everything looks like kind of pretty. It has a little bit of a glimmer in that kind of stone as well. There's like windows and glass here to give you an idea, because Reka does not have that. And it's just like it's really interesting. It's very clear that like Drost knows exactly where he's going, what he wants to do, and everything like that. And it's been like you traveled the half a day out, and then you woke up maybe a little bit early, like you camped out kind of, and you woke up a little bit early and traveled the rest of the way. And it's just like this very simple, beautiful city. It's a lot of like it's pretty like flat for the most part, but you do see like up on a hill is like a smaller castle, like. And Drost would probably explain to you guys like that's where like the local lord lives and things like that. And it's just this nice kind of bustling city and stuff like that. And he brings you guys out in front of this little tavern called the Prancing Mary. And he kind of just explains to you guys, all right, so here's the thing. I want to personally catch up with a few old friends of mine. That's my big deal, what I want to be able to do right now. I'm able to give you guys directions for anything and everything you might want to do. I know where everything is in this town like it's the back of my hand. But there's a lot of things here. There's this local library. There's a couple blacksmith shops and things like that. If you guys are looking for something that out there, maybe there's a few woodworking. There's different gardens, botanical, and things of that nature. And they sell a couple of wares and things like that. Taverns, inns, bars, anything that you guys might want to be able to go to. It's probably in this town. What are some things you guys might want to go do?
I am here for that library, just saying.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem at all. Okay, so Silas, my boy, by the way, I want all of us, if we can, meet up here. Maybe, I don't want to be a stick in the mud and say sundown, but maybe something around 9 o'clock, something like that. I can get you guys to where I normally stay, and we're able to get a pretty nice place for the night. But
Okay.
if you go up toward that castle up there on the hill, you'll be able to see the library is actually quite close to it. The Lord here actually keeps a couple of his personal collection in that library. So it's right off down there. You'll be able to find it. You get lost. Most people here will be able to help you out.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. And what, anyone else want to do anything?
You're kind of being a big nerd, Silas. You want to come join me at the bar? Oh, wait. Sorry. Being nice. Would you like to join me at the bar later? I'm sure reading will be nice.
No. Okay. Yes. The answer to that is yes. We will discuss playful teasing once I get back. There's a difference. It's fine.
Okay, cool. She walks off and goes to the bar.
Okay. Oh, that's
What time is it?
I'm gonna say it's probably maybe just after lunch.
Well, damn, you're getting an early start.
I mean, it has food too. It has food.
That's true.
Live
There's
music.
there's also
People to steal from.
Okay, the thing is you wouldn't know that because it just says a bar.
It's
Well,
true. Also, I mean, does Reka have taverns?
No.
I know that they have exactly. No. They have a place where you can go and get food, right?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of a college mess hall.
Exactly. So Peony's
it's real not good, not fun.
Yeah. So as much as the food in Reka is, I mean, it's made by Peony and some other people who are good cooks, so I'm sure that it tastes good. But
don't even mention Paprika, who is the head cook.
That's who I meant. That's who I meant.
You said Peony. You referred to yourself.
I did.
Yes,
it was really funny.
I did. I referred to myself. I'm so sorry. I meant Paprika.
I got some great cooks like Peony. Yeah,
like me. Oh my god, I'm
myself
sorry.
on the back there.
Oh my god, I'm
like myself and maybe
Oh my
others.
god. Oh my god, I'm really sorry. I meant to say
it's great. I love it.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. I meant to say Paprika. I did not mean Peony. Peony does not know how to cook very well. I'm sorry.
As evidenced by the deer.
Exactly.
It's not like she was trying to cook. She was just roasting it for safety.
It's true. Anyways, I'm sorry. I meant Paprika. Anyways. Peony is excited that there's an actual tavern here. She has not been in a tavern. She has not been in a tavern in 5 months, so she's excited.
Peony was not going in for a drink, but after that, she might be going in for a drink.
No, she was going in for a drink. That was her. That was her intent.
Next, Pap, anything you guys want to do?
So besides a bar and a library that Nexoria is obviously going to avoid now because it's just awkward, what else is there?
Anything and everything. There's a variety of different shops where you can get a variety of different things. There is
I think maybe then Nexoria is just gonna stick with Drost and just kind of follow him in almost a suspicious following way, where she's trying to see what he's up to.
Okay.
She trusts him, but she's also suspicious.
I have ice cream.
Nexoria.
What?
Pap, what?
I have ice cream.
Are you just gonna sit here on the street corner eating ice cream?
No, V has ice cream. Pap is probably gonna just be socializing. I should probably do that. And she's just gonna go to the bar with Peony.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So the way I kind of imagine this is I'm gonna just really quick go through what each of you guys are doing, and then maybe hop to later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm just gonna start off with you, Silas, because you kind of spoke up first.
Okay.
So you get to the library, and it's a large library. I wouldn't say it competes with the one that was in the city, Silver Reach, but it's a larger library than you've seen in the past 5 months because there's not also a bed in here, which is kind of cool.
No, defo. This is
yeah. So it's like
Nice.
large bookcases. Like there's like multiple like kind of like rows of bookcases and things like that. There's like a huge bin of like return books at the front and things like that. And you head on inside, and kind of at the front there's a gentleman up there who greets you. He's just working like right behind the counter, just like, well, I haven't seen you before. It's nice to be able to. Well, welcome to Mirstone Library. How can I help you?
Hello. I'm just passing through, but I had to stop in. You have a very lovely selection.
Well, I appreciate that. If you need any help or anything like that, the name's Kraven. Come on up if you need anything, okay?
Thank you very much, Kraven.
What an unfortunate name.
Kraven.
Poor man.
He's always
Oh.
craving something.
He's always
Huh.
craving something.
He's
No.
craving
Knowledge.
Kraven. Do you know what Kraven means?
The only thing I can think of is Kraven the Hunter from Spider-Man, so no.
Kraven means like weak, cowardly, and like opportunistic.
Yeah. So Kraven.
I thought it was a
I did
cool
not know
raven.
that.
Whatever.
Okay, what does he look like? And if you don't say he's a small, meek man, you are incorrect.
You don't like big buff librarians?
I love big buff librarians. My character is technically dating one. It's just that that's what is. Actually, it would be hilarious if he was a huge buff man.
He is not. He is more of a. First of all, he is a firbolg.
Oh,
But so firbolgs are traditionally a little bit more stocky, taller, but he's not as much stocky. He's a little bit more narrow. He does have glasses.
Oh.
I love him.
Fine. Like, it's still like a full head of hair, but it is like starting to thin a little bit, and but it's still like the deep, like brown hair.
Mhm.
And-
How old is this guy? Is he like older or is he?
He's not older. It's just like the thinning hair is like it'd be more something you'd notice like maybe like from stress
Oh,
kind of deal. And but he is older than the party. Like he's probably like 35-ish maybe.
okay.
So
I feel like Silus would be balding if he had hair.
Mhm.
I'd say that's accurate. Every
Well-
time he finishes a cup of tea and realizes he doesn't have another sip, he has like a mental break.
Yeah.
But
Well, he has
no,
For
little
that call out,
scales.
folks, you're 100% correct.
But
well,
yeah,
he's
no,
got little
that's
scales, so it's all
that's Kraven for you.
I love him.
good. I also
He's a
love him.
good boy.
Do you want to like just start looking around the library, or?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a look around, see what's
All right.
like. The thing I'd be interested is something like I haven't seen before. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, you're kind of going through, and you find there's like a bunch of things where it comes to like huge like fiction section and things like that. There's like I'd say that takes up like a good majority, not majority, but like that's definitely the largest of all the sections is like fiction books and things like that, and stories and fairy tales.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then there's also like sections where it's like small sections where it comes to like local history of Hiris, like world history books. There's a few books, like few smaller books on like history of magic or something along those lines, and it's like pamphlet size because you're not in the forest, so magic is less common. There is books on, I'd say maybe like the science of like I'm struggling with this word, botanical like gardening and things like that. Maybe there's some stuff on different trades, economic books. But there is like one section like that's just like very, very clear signs everywhere that says "Do not enter," all plastered over it.
Oh, that's.
And-
Excuse me. Is that the private collection?
Yes, those are my books.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
You don't like it when people peruse your books?
I mean,
You're not there.
not.
That's funny.
No, see, because B's already put 3 and 2 together, and I'm wondering how long it's going to take everybody out.
Oh no, I'm thinking the exact same thing.
What are we all thinking?
Trust me. So you're into those kinds of books.
I think you're all wrong.
I also think you're wrong.
We
I know
probably
you're
are.
wrong.
Silas looks over at him and just goes like,
It's everything written by Shinari.
I didn't mean to touch your collection, sir. Sorry. Livy, I loved that. But I didn't mean to touch your collection, sir. I have to ask, why do you well,
What?
do you just keep up this place out of fun? Like, if that's your collection, I'm assuming that means,
Yeah, that's right. I'm the lord over this city.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's what I figured.
So, basically, I'll tell you a little bit of my story. So, when I was younger, I was privileged enough to be born into a house with a little bit of money, more than most, but not anything amazing. And I've always been a bit of a bookworm, and I worked in this library. This was my first job. And after a while, I left this and started making a lot of business investments. And honestly, a lot of the reason why the town has grown so much, if not to toot my own horn too much, is that I've invested in a lot of these businesses when they were trying to start. And they paid me in return. And, well, the last lord passed away without anyone to really take the throne. He didn't have any kids or family to speak of. So the town decided, well, this one's already been basically looking after us from the beginning. So they decided to institute a new line for the lordship, and I'm first generation.
That's impressive.
And I decided after a little while, I realized one of the things I missed most, though, was working in this library. So I bought it. So it's technically my library. It's just open to the public, but I do have a lot of books where maybe it's something that's a little bit more difficult to get your hands on, or I have also I'm obsessed with like history and medicine, how things work. So I have a lot of my own journals back there as well.
Okay. So we were very off. I'm sorry we doubted you.
You were very off.
So
Mm-hmm.
yep, you were very off.
I knew from context clues. I just didn't want to just call
I'm
your
sorry.
lordship because I didn't know if you wanted to.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry, B. I thought that we were having the same. Never mind.
Dirty thought.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And
But
I realize now that it was just me. And I'm sorry.
He is not. I doubt he is lucky enough to have access to finely aged Etchy in his back room.
Yeah.
Silas just turns to him and just goes, "Well, your lordship, and he tells him a little bit about, like, I come from this small town in the forest, and I've started taking up a library myself, and it's really inspiring to see someone with the same love of reading and all these sorts of things." And he just goes, "And we have a lot of common interests. I would, if I was given the chance, I would spend days just scouring this place. But like I said, unfortunately, I am just passing through. So, come what may."
If I can ask you to make a perception check.
Nice. Okay. 18.
Oh, okay. So you do notice when you were talking about, like, I'm from the forest, he like has a little bit of like a twinge a little bit. Like he tries to act like he doesn't give off anything, but he's like a little like, what?
Oh, well.
But he just kind of goes along with it and kind of responds, "Oh, it's commendable to try to start a library. I did not do that myself." No, I'll tell you what. You need books for your library?
We only have 3, so anything would be appreciated.
You need books for your library. All right.
Yes, I do.
I'll cut, okay. So recently, as in this past weekend, there was this young girl. I say young girl, closer to like 15, 16-year-old firbolg, went into this section and stole one of my journals.
I see.
This young girl she's a troublemaker. She is. If you get my journal back for me, and try to make sure it's in good condition for me, But if you get it back to me, I will cut you the best deal of a lifetime to get you a decent supply of books. Okay?
Can I roll insight on him?
Yeah. What kind of
Okay.
info are you trying to find out?
I'm just trying to see if, like, because Silus has had this exact same interaction years ago, except
'Cause
instead of
Peony?
instead of a firbolg noble, it was the head of his library, and like this was like almost the exact same thing that they said, you know. And
I'll be
he
honest, me as
realized
the DM totally forgot that was a thing when I wrote this.
I thought that was something else, but no. So Silus is just kind of like trying to see if this person is like as genuine, you know. Is this person really that bad, or is it like Peony
Okay.
where they're bad, but just because of what they do, but they're a good person? You know what I mean?
Yep, I gotcha.
Oof! These dice are very kind to me today.
Okay.
With bonus, that is inside 21.
Okay. Yeah, this girl probably isn't really a troublemaker. Like, I mean, she did steal this book, but he's probably like projecting a little bit of like his own frustration onto this girl a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Silus
Of
is
like-
just gonna ask, and this is just asking. I'm not, you know, this is just a polite trade over. Is that's correct? I am not at liberty to raise a sword in this situation. If I can ask them politely and get it back, then I will do that for you. But I just feel uncomfortable trying to turn it into something that it doesn't have to be.
I get that. And I'm not going to tell you that you have to turn her into the local guard or anything like that. But I would ask that you at least like bring her into me so that we can sit down and chat about this, because if she wanted to learn, I could teach her. She doesn't need to steal my books and things like that and clearly disrespect, because I do own every book in this library personally. So if she wants a book, I have every right to give her a book, but she doesn't need to. So if you could just bring her in so I can communicate that to her, you know?
Do I believe him, DM?
He really does want to talk to this girl.
Do I believe that it will not end in hostility? I am picking up bad vibes.
I guess that, like, I don't think he would be like, maybe if it was like the journal was destroyed, yeah, he's going to be pretty angry and hostile, I guess. Like,
But like he would genuinely want to
suggested that
teach
this
her.
journal is like his current work that was stolen.
Okay, but it's like I do believe that if this person was to be handed to him, that there would be a civil conversation and she could begin learning and not have to steal. Do I genuinely believe this?
It would be like he would probably like try to teach her maybe a little bit of like maybe not what he's working on right now, because it's all like bunch of like hypotheses and theories and stuff like that. But like if her goal is to learn, like if she just was like randomly stealing a book, she went to any other aisle, it'd be fine. But this was a problem and it needs to be brought up and addressed.
So I am not like aiding someone's. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't about to be an agent for a cruel noble.
Yeah, that's your sense of this kind of like I need to talk to this person.
Okay. Okay. Silus just turns to him and just goes, "I'm sorry for the hesitation. I just getting involved in something like that is tricky business, you know."
That's fine. That is fine.
How long would I have?
Just if you can get her in, perfect. If you can't, you can't. You said you weren't going to be here for very long, and if you got to leave before you get her, I get it. That's fine.
All right.
The guard already knows to, if they see her, to just gently ask her to come on back and just kind of walk her up here, just so I can get my journal back and we can have a chat. It's just, you need books, so if you are the lucky one to be able to find her, I'll cut you a deal for some other books.
I get so
All
many
right.
bad vibes.
I will talk to you soon.
All right. Well,
I get
Thank
so
you.
many bad vibes.
Silus is going to go to the bar like at this point and is going to
Okay.
thank him for the time, but he needs to talk to Peony about this. This just feels too close to home for him to make an executive decision on.
Okay.
I haven't met this troublemaker yet, but if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone in the room and then myself.
Instead of going straight to the bar, I'm gonna go with Nexoria right now, just because she's kind of following Drost around a little bit. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Walking around
Drost is,
Walking around following Drost, seeing what he's up to.
Drost is, he's just going up to a bunch of his friends and things like that, just kind of visiting other shops and things like that, talking trade and different things. He's probably going up to the blacksmith and talking about how he wants to be able to buy some nails and screws and things like that, and just be able to get some like small little like craftsman things from him and stuff like that, and asking how much he can get done by the end of the week. He's basically going around like he knows all the owners of these businesses, so it's like a lot of like friendly banter and chatting and things like that, and just catching up, but also like a little bit of business while he's doing that, and trying to think of things that Fanfoss needs back home, and trying to secure that. He's probably, while going around, like he probably has a few things where he's like, maybe he sold like a couple pieces of leather armor to a local, like the local barracks or something like that. And he's just kind of having a good time and not doing, I guess, anything too crazy. He's just catching up with people and walking his old streets. He's probably like, because you're following around, he's probably looked and be like, so would you like to maybe go down? I want to. I don't want you to feel obligated, but I want to walk down my old home street and be able to look at my old house. If you want to come along.
She was hiding behind a barrel, pretending that she wasn't following him. So when she realizes that he's like, I know you're following me, stop following me. She's like, oh, all right, yes, I'll do that. I'm sorry for following you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. It's a weird situation. You're out in this new old town, and it's a weird circumstances to be out in a place you don't really know. So you get to see the town a little bit, and I still got my work done in peace, but I always like to take a little bit of time to be able to go back to where I grew up. So he goes down this, like, I don't want to say like a alleyway or anything like that. I don't want it to sound dark, but it's like a narrower road, like walking down. It's well lit. I don't want anything, but
It's not creepy.
it's not creepy. It's just like, it's kind of like an alleyway, but not a creepy alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like very clear, like there's houses on both sides of this narrow road and stuff like that. And you see there's these two people, kind of like, everything's been very, very peaceful, it seems, but you've gotten off the main road a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just these two people in like a full out fist fight right now, like yelling at each other on the side of the road. Yeah, no, it's just a full out fist fight and they're screaming at each other. It's a couple just like, they're humanoid, probably like maybe one's a tiefling, not a halfling. That'd be an interesting fight, I'll be honest. Tieflings folded in half, just punching. But no, like maybe it's like a tiefling and firbolg or whatever it might be. They're fighting on the side of the street, yelling at each other. You can kind of hear off in the distance there's like maybe another argument going on. And Drost explains, I remember when I was growing up, this was the most peaceful town I could ever imagine. But as of late, there seems to be more and more arguments every day, more and more people thinking the right way to solve their problems is by taking it out on others, and it's just a shame. But up here on your left, right here, this is where I grew up, actually. This little, and it's like, it's a fairly, like, compared to a lot of the other things on the street, like, it's not tiny, but it's smaller, a little more modest, and it's just, this right here was the home for me, my older brother, my parents, bless their hearts. This right here had a lot of old memories for me.
It's lovely.
Oh, thank you. I'll be honest. I think it's just anytime someone goes back to the place they grew up and they see that someone's remodeled it a little bit, you always hate it. But they're treating it well. It looks like it seems to be in good condition. he's like tearing up a little bit, and it's like every once in a while, you just gotta head back home. I don't know about you next, but my parents passed away a couple years ago, so every chance I get, I want to stop by here and just remember them a little bit. But
Indeed.
do you want to head back to the bar? Maybe it's a good place to hang out. I know that Peony and Pap are just chilling there.
Yes, we should head back there.
Okay.
On the way back, are we passing by that tiefling and
Yeah, you'd pass by them again. They're still fighting.
can I cast silence on them?
I guess you can.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, Nexoria has magic powers. Don't you guys know this? She's been telling you for days.
For months.
Oh my god!
Okay. Nexoria casts silence on the tiefling and firbolg.
Just for the sake of the picture of this, it turns into a black and white film with weird subtitles at the bottom of like the whack. And it just became a 50s cartoon.
And they both look very
But yep, nope. So they're still fighting like crazy, but they kind of have this like weird pause of confusion as to why there's no noise and one of them gets sucker punched. Drost probably chuckles as well, by the way. At the same time as both these things, I want to make that clear. So it's before Silus and Nex get back to the bar. Peony and Pap, you guys are in the bar. You guys just getting drinks and chilling?
Yeah. Honestly, Paprika's like trying to know Peony better, and is trying to be like, I should socialize and not just be in the corner.
That's kind of funny.
Friendship test.
I'm gonna say as you guys kind of get to the table and everything like that, up comes one of the barmaids, kind of like to be able to take your order. Her name's Carn, and
Well, it's so nice to finally see some new faces around here.
Wait.
I'm sorry, what?
B plays Carn in this moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
It's very nice to finally see some new folk around here. This rugged, this firbolg woman, pretty young, about the same age as you guys. She seems like she has a couple scratches. She's pretty rough and tumble. And she's just like, I've never seen a group quite like yours before. I gotta ask, where do y'all come from?
Peony's like, remember what he said. Anywhere but that one place that I can't even remember the name of. I can't say I'm from there.
The ocean?
Yes. Actually,
The ocean? I don't know how you got all the way from the ocean here to the Prancing Mary, but welcome to you.
yeah, I think in her moment of like nervousness, Peony also just is like, the ocean.
Just panic. The ocean.
Well, she's just trying to remember what he told her
The
not
ocean.
to say, and she can't remember what he told her not to say, so she's just like, the ocean.
The ocean at the disco.
She just kind of laughs a bit, and she's just like, I have heard quite a few tales of where people come from, but that is definitely the tallest one.
It's not like we didn't like come out of the ocean. It's like an ocean town, like
like a town by the sea.
yeah, like
Uh,
like a coastal city.
No. We were born on boats.
What? Okay, she was. I lived in a coastal.
A coastal
Oh.
town and born on a
Okay.
boat. That's interesting.
Yeah. In fact, like I was so in the ocean that I can survive on seawater.
Well, that's absolutely fascinating. Oh,
I think.
do I do this?
Okay,
Do I do
I
this?
think
Do
at
I do
this
this? Do I
point-
do this? Okay, yeah. She just goes to you and just goes like, "Oh, that explains the." And she like kind of flicks her ear and looks at you. Is that an adaptation for the sea?
One could say that. They kind of act like flippers, and she's just gonna like wiggle them very slowly.
Peony's
She has
like,
the Steven Universe star eyes. She's just like, Whoa.
I'm gonna say right now, Shay, make a Constitution check for Peony to see if she is not dying laughing from this moment.
Oh no! I'm not even going to. She is. Like, Peony has had a couple of drinks, and this is hilarious to her.
Okay.
And Peony's just like, hey, Pap. You know that thing you said about drinking salt water? Why don't you show her?
Oh no.
Sure. Where are you gonna find seawater, though? Huh?
Well, it doesn't have to be seawater. Salt water.
Oh. Well,
I can get you a cup of water, no problem at all.
Peony's just like emptying salt packets into like a cup of water, just smiling.
well, in that case, sure. She's just sort of like Paprika just sort of like smiles really slyly, and she's just like, by the power of biology, I win this, Peony.
I just imagine Carn just standing there, just sees this moment and just goes, "Well, all right then. I'll get you a cup of water right now." And she comes back with a cup of water.
Nice. I do the thing I said I did. She empties a bunch of salt packets into it and hands it over to Paprika.
All right, she's just gonna look over at Peony without blinking. She just chugs it.
Roll Constitution, my dude.
It's just salt water, though.
Yeah, it's just
Have
salt
you ever
water.
drinking a glass of salt water?
Well, I know, but like,
Straight.
I want to
have.
see if you think it's gross and if you spit it out, or if you can actually do it. Because if you can, I've tried to drink salt water before. It's disgusting.
Really?
Peony put a lot of salt in it.
See, the thing is, I have to gargle it very frequently, so I don't actually like it. I've gotten used to drinking it. Not that it's good or whatever, but
Okay, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's fine. I was trying to have a funny scene. Okay.
I'm just gonna say really quick, Pap is a level 3 artificer, isn't she?
yes,
Doesn't she have the spell Purify Food and Drink?
yes, it sure does.
Oh.
Did you cast it while you drank it?
Yeah, sure did.
See, Peony's drunk right now, so she's just like, "Whoa, that's intense, dude. Maybe I can get along with you."
I think
Yeah.
Carn is gonna kind of lean up on the bar table a bit and just like, so, like I said, what brings you all the way from the ocean? And she kind of rolls her eyes playfully at that, kind of just in on your shit.
I wanted to know what y'all landlubbers are all about. Oh, all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a really good plot of like a novel. Like someone that's someone from the sea wanting to be part of our world. That sounds real nice.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I read
that. Yeah, sounds like a good book. Might even make a really good animated film.
I don't think you know. I don't know what that means, but that sounds lovely.
What's a film?
I don't know. She's drunk right now. I don't think she knows what she's saying.
What is this animation you speak of?
So I apologize. I just kind of prattle to myself sometimes, but she
I'm
kind of
gonna say at around this time, Nexoria and Drost walk in and join you guys.
Hey guys, what's up?
Does Carn know Drost?
Yeah.
Drost, it's so good to see you. How long has it been?
Nice seeing you too, Carn.
It's been too long. Oh, and you brought a friend. Hello. What's your name?
I am Nexoria. It is very nice to meet you.
Well, welcome, Nexoria, to the Prance and Merry. What can I get you to start?
Do you have apple juice?
Do we have apple juice, DM?
Yes, I will allow you to have apple juice.
Awesome.
It's probably used in some cocktail, and it's just like, yeah, we can unload all of that into one glass.
She just thinks about it and just kind of well, we don't usually serve it, but it's your first time here. Why the hell not? Break out the apple juice.
By the way,
that's adorable.
By the way, Con, the bill's on me.
Well, that's mighty generous of you. I'll make sure that gets notified. What's the occasion?
Oh, these guys are just accompanying me on a quick business trip, and I figured, well, the one way to thank them for the first day in Mirstone is just be able to make sure they don't have to pay for their own drinks.
Oh, well, that's very kind. She looks over at Peony and Paprika and just goes, "These two were regaling me about tales of the ocean."
But they are not from the ocean.
I know that.
I swear to all that is holy.
You mean pebbles?
She kind of like looks up to Nexoria, just kind of leans in, just goes, "I know that, but they don't know that I know that, and it's real funny."
Okay, next, I love you, but can you please, for once, go along with something?
Pap, I think that
I got your apple juice.
I think the jig is up. You just said go along with it, so
Yeah, I
think...
know. I'm just saying for next time.
You're among friends around here. I ain't gonna.
The next time we lie to a nice woman, go along with it.
So she hands Nexoria the apple juice and just turns to Pap and Peony and goes, "Well, I already know what y'all having. Would you like another round, dear?" And she like looks at Peony with that.
Yes.
Alrighty. And then she turns to Drost and Paprika and just goes like, "I'm assuming you ain't gonna be interested in more salt water, so what can I actually get you to cleanse that palate a bit?"
Hmm.
If she says more salt water, I will lose my mind.
Y'all have any?
You have a what?
Y'all have any mead?
How could we run a tavern and not have mead? And she just goes to the back, just before she does, turns to Drost. "And your usual, Drost?"
That sounds good to me.
You'd be surprised.
100%.
Humans have really bad taste.
And she just kind of walks off for a little bit. Go get your mead and your usual.
She's really nice. I want her to... I don't know.
I'll say
She
that.
reminds me of like a nice mom, but like the cool mom who gives you alcohol.
Carn is a kind lady. She really is.
Hey, next.
Hmm?
What kind of plant monsters attacks your party sneakily first thing in the morning?
I don't know.
An ambush?
Carn laughs all the way from behind the bar.
Oh, by the way, Silus is probably joined as well.
Okay. I think at this point he walks in, takes in the scene, sees Peony, and he's about to like go like, hey Peony, can we talk for a second about something?"
What?
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Oh yeah, sure. You want to have a conversation? Yeah.
Sure.
Peony is very drunk.
I'm well aware. This is a weird time conversation, but
Paprika drinks salt water because Paprika and Peony claim that they're from the ocean.
that sounds on brand, yeah.
She did it. She drank the whole thing though.
Uh-huh. Peony,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm like better than I've been in a long time, dude.
Okay. Well, I wanted to talk to you about something important, but I can see you're having a very good time and I wouldn't want to bring down the mood. So is it at all cool that we rain check this?
What? What?
I
Wait,
was
like
approached
what?
by someone in the I was approached by something in the library and
Wait,
it kind of
someone
struck
or
close to home.
someone or something?
Just something. Someone asked me to do them a favor, and it's weird, and it reminds me way too much of what happened before, and I just wanted your opinion on something because it's kind
Okay.
of.
I mean,
And I think, even though she's drunk, Silus would just kind of vent out the information to the group.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't see what's too wrong with a young girl trying to learn a little bit, and I do get maybe she took a book without asking. That's a bit of a shame, but I don't see too much harm in it as long as there's nothing damaged.
She did steal
Yeah,
a song, but
I'm just worried that if I bring them, like if I ask them to come see Kraven, that I'm gonna lead them into more trouble than I want to, you know?
You know what? If you got a bad feeling about it, what I would do if I was in your situation is you find a nice young lady, you ask her for the book, and you convince her one way or the other that's the best situation. You bring the book and say the girl got away.
That
You're the
works.
one that talked to her, so she doesn't feel like she needs to do that again. You cleared everything up with Kraven and be able to make sure everything looks good there. He gets his book back, everything should be fine, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. What do you think,
What I would
Peony?
do if I was in your shoes.
It makes sense. What do you think, Peony? We were in a very similar situation once, and I didn't want to take executive action without your opinion.
Yeah, did you do that for me ever? Did you was I
Cover
ever
for
bad?
you? Oh, dude, a fucking lot.
Oh,
So the amount of times I accidentally burned a book, it was a lot. It was a lot.
and I was just here thinking that I was a really good rogue. Thanks, dude.
No problem.
Oh my.
Oof.
If it's all right with you guys, I'm gonna say maybe it flashes forward a little bit later into the night. You guys head on back to where Drost was talking about, and it's this nice little it's a nice place, I'd say. I'm not gonna call it a hotel, beautiful. It's better than it staying in a little inn, but it's an actual I think the right word for this is isn't it a sharehold? It's a house. It's a decent size house and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird apartment complex. But it's an actual house, huh? Imagine a duplex, but instead of it being 2, it's 40. Well, not 40, but
Gotcha.
maybe 15 or something like that. And he
Okay.
owns one of them.
Okay.
All right, that
And it's
makes
just
sense.
so you go on in. There's multiple rooms and stuff like that. It's spacious. It's comfortable.
Is there a bed anywhere?
Oh yeah, there's multiple
Okay.
bedrooms. But I don't
Peony-
want it to sound like it's massive. There's 2 or 3.
Peony is asleep. Deeply, deeply asleep.
Would she have
just
made it
kinda-
to a bed or just the living area?
Nexoria dragged her in.
Yeah, no. I think with maybe a little bit of help, she made it to a bed, and now she's just
Out.
Resting
snore
it
it.
off.
Yeah, she's just kind of sprawled out on a bed a little bit. I mean, maybe somebody tucked her in. That'd be sweet. But yeah.
Nexoria did.
Oh, that's
Sorry, I
sweet.
kept her in. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. But yeah, she's just very, very deeply asleep and snoring a little bit.
If I was there, I would have kissed you on the forehead.
Wait, who?
That was Paprika.
I would have
Would've-
smooched you on your forehead because you deserve good dreams.
Oh, Peony.
Oh.
That's adorable.
That's so wholesome. She must get it from her parents.
Oh,
So after a little bit, Drost probably calls the people that are awake together, and
everyone.
says, "Huh?"
Which is everyone else.
And just so I thought it would be important that I mention something tonight. If you guys want to go on out and continue to hang out or anything like that, that's fine. You know where the place is. Doors open for y'all to come and go as you'd like. But I thought I would say that tomorrow night is a full moon, and a full moon in Hiris is a scary time. As I said earlier, there's a lot of lycanthropes in the area.
Mhm.
So sometimes on a full moon, and by sometimes I mean every time, there's a lot of unwanted transformations. And so if you guys can get here closer to maybe 9-10 o'clock at night, early is fine, but just by 9 or 10 so I can lock the doors and make sure that we're safe, I'd appreciate it.
All right.
That's fine.
Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. But no, I hope you guys all had a grand time today. Frankly, I'm a little bit tired. I need to catch up with a few more friends. If you guys don't mind, I might run out real quick, see if one of them might want to come over for a little bit.
That's okay with me.
All right, you guys make yourself at home feel comfortable. We got a couple bedrooms upstairs. Silus, I know you like your books. I got my small little study around the corner there.
Thank you very much. I will happily peruse.
Yeah, go for it. Have a good time, guys. I'm going to head on out and be back shortly. And it's maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour later. Drost comes back in with this young firbolg girl.
Hello.
Hey, Sai.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Drangea.
It's nice to meet you.
Drost. Huh?
Nice name.
Nice to meet you.
Uh,
I am Nexoria.
Paprika.
Hi.
Forgive her, she's tired.
That's fine. Drost told me I should stop on by and say hi. Especially to Silus. I have a journal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry
I was-
about that. That's some
was-
nasty business.
I was told you were looking for me, and I think it's better if we talk.
Hey guys, so there is, I guess, a couple announcements, but I didn't want to tell you guys till the very end, be able to get your guys' opinions, and I really do want to hear those, so either get a hold of us with Discord, personal message us with Instagram, whatever it has to be. Comment on the YouTube video if you're listening there. But the two things are, I went with a different editing style. I decided to keep in a lot more of our bits and gags that we normally have in the game that I normally edit out. You know, the things like it starts off at the very beginning with this bit about release the toads and things like that. So I just want to know, what do you guys think that subtracts from the podcast, adds to it? Just let me know. I'd really appreciate it. The other thing is that we don't have music for this one yet, but I was wondering, do you guys think it is something that it's not there, so it feels like it's missing, or it's all right to take the time because, well, frankly, I don't have a full recording studio in my house, so I can't just record it all in my house. I have to actually go somewhere, and that just wasn't an option this week, unfortunately. So I hope to be able to have something recorded. It's the game plan I have, what I've written so far, is a lot of bass guitar, which I'm really excited for because we haven't had bass guitar on the channel yet. But hope you guys really enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the next episode of The Founders of Reka. And I don't even have the episode name yet, so it's just going to be Founders of Reka, episode 17.